As an African American that doesn't have, whose family cannot tell you exactly where they came from, it's sort of nice to know where your spiritual beginnings happen, though. And so to see those names has just been really, really, really important. And I don't think I truly understood, as a clerk of session of my church for many, many years, how significant it is to have our records here at PHS. Hi, I'm Luci Duckson-Bramble. I'm the Director of Development here at the Presbyterian Historical Society. I was born right here in Philadelphia. I was born into Faith Presbyterian Church, and then Faith Presbyterian actually merged with Germantown Community Presbyterian Church back in the 80s, and that's when I became a member of Germantown. And I was probably about 7 or 8 when an all-black Presbyterian church merged with an all-white Presbyterian church. That's Germantown. Faith was all black, Germantown was all white, and on an Easter Sunday, they came together to fellowship and worship for the first time. And I remember the camera crews from, I think, 60 Minutes. They were there filming this. And I remember, I come from a large family, and so there must have been 2 or 3 rows of our family that all worshiped at Germantown at one point. My aunts and uncles, their children, my grandparents, and that was like, wow, this is a big deal. A lot of activities happened around church, and so you got to know families. Families supported each other. Sunday school was important, Bible school was important, and all the other activities that went along at church were just really great. Young people just had a chance to be together and do all kinds of activities. There were things that we just did at church on Monday, but it helped us begin to learn to do things in the community to serve people. And I think that's where I really began to learn the whole notion of being like a servant. And then here I am today, a servant leader. And I learned, so much of it I learned at Germantown Community Presbyterian Church growing up. To see my mom and her siblings' names on baptism records and their names was just really emotional for me. I don't have written records and of that time, and I would venture to say that they've probably been lost because my grandparents probably had them at some point. And when the churches merged, I think records got lost a little bit. And so just to be able to know that some stuff actually ended up here at PHS is just really important, even though faith is no longer open, that people from faith, their ancestors, their descendants could actually come to PHS and get information. That is so critical, and it's been heartfelt within my family also, just to be able to know that there's records about mom and grandmom and grandpop here. Please contact PHS. There's all kinds of support here to get your records, and for churches that may find that they don't think they have the resources, we have special collection. It's called the African Americans Leaders and Congregations Collection, where support is given to help make sure the records are maintained, digitized, and available.